Mastantuono to Real Madrid. Could this be the end of Rodrigo's career at Real Madrid? Real Madrid's awful season might be a blessing in disguise. With PSG winning the Champions League, Barcelona dominating La Liga, Florentino Perez is now hard at work trying to rebuild this team, bringing in Alonso to be the new tactician, to go up against Hansi Flick, to go up against Luis Enrique. And then to have Trent coming in, to have Hausen coming in, to have Carreras potentially coming in the next few days or weeks. And then now Mastantuono, where Calafat is in Argentina, to speak with Mastantuono to see if he wants to come to Madrid. So Mastantuono was on his way to PSG, but now Real Madrid have entered the race to go and get him to bring him in. So when I saw this this morning, I was like, okay, who was this kid? I've heard about him in the news and everything, but I wasn't looking too much into him. Then I saw some highlights, as you do as a fan, to get acquainted with the speculations and rumors out there about your club, right? And when I saw it, I was like, okay, boom. That is exactly what we need, man. That is what we need. He's still young, 18 years old, so he has plenty of time to develop, and he's not going to be, heading into the first 11 unless something crazy happens. But he's there to develop, just like Madrid have done with Valverde, have done with Vini, with Rodrigo, have done with so many players throughout the years, right? Getting these talented players, bring them in, coaching them at a high level, giving them the experience, potentially sometimes loaning them out, and then coming back to Real Madrid and being elite players. So I'm always excited about players that Madrid are interested in, and that eventually come up to Madrid, because they have to have potential. And this kid seems to be the next big thing, right? So he is a right-sided winger. And also plays attacking midfield, right? So most likely for us, he'll be playing on that right side wing if he ends up coming to Real Madrid. And this is the profile that we require. To be honest, I didn't think they were going to do anything this season. I thought it was going to be next season that they make the changes up front. But they're already now beginning that process, because as we saw this season, Vini, Mbappe, and Rodrigo does not work. And we'll see in this next phase if Rodrigo stays, if Vini stays, then we'll see how Alonso is going to deal with these front three, right? Vini, Mbappe, and Rodrigo. Can he somehow make it work? So far, the evidence throughout the year has not worked. And I'll also throw in Bellingham in there as well, right? Those four this season has not worked. So we'll see how it goes. Guys, don't forget to subscribe for everything Real Madrid related. Transfers, rumors, speculation, and match day analysis. But now, Mastantuono, is he going to be replacing Rodrigo? I don't know. It could be possible that he comes in and then he's going to be competing anyway for that position, along with Arda Güler, along with Brahim Diaz, along with Endrick. Endrick, really, I want him as a striker in that striker role. But yeah, for now, he might have to compete for that right side if he wants to play regularly for Alonso, right? But we'll see. So Mastantuono coming in for me. Just the fact that is that player profile, like that's what we need to have, that balance, that cohesion in that position, right? Not only that he's left-footed, but he's more of he's still a dribbler, it seems like, but he's more like a creator, looking for having that vision, to find players, because that's exactly what we need right now in that front three. If Vini and Mbappe are going to be the dribblers, are going to be the goal scorers, then we need that third attacking striker to be the visionary, okay? That third attacking striker does not necessarily have to chip in with as much goals as Vini and Mbappe are going to do, but he needs to find them. He needs to link with them, right? That's what we had with Benzema, with Ronaldo and Bale. For that to work, for Cristiano Ronaldo to do what he was doing, for Bale to do what he was doing, Benzema had to adapt his role and to now play that playmaker, that conductor, that connector, right? And that's how that front three worked so nicely. If you look at now PSG, you know, they have Kvaratskhelia, they have Dembele, they have Doué, sometimes Barcola, right? And for that front three to work, who's the conductor, who's the connector? That's Dembele, right? So now if we look at our Real Madrid players, our profiles, out of those front three, who is meant to do that playmaker role for us to click and to work more fluently up front? I thought this season it was going to be Rodrigo. He didn't do it. He didn't show up. He had glimpses halfway throughout the season, but it wasn't good enough, right? And that's not just on him. It's on Carlo Ancelotti. It's on the whole team, right? Like very few players actually performed this season. So Vinny, he's not that profile. He's not gonna be that player. Mbappe has tried this season, but I also don't see him as that kind of player who's gonna connect, you know, providing those passes or through balls for Vinny, for Rodrigo, because he's not that type of player. He's adapted his game pretty well, because now he's playing as a striker, right? Towards the later end of the season, he was actually playing as a proper striker, man. I was surprised, you know. But yeah, he was learning more about that role and like what he needs to do, right? So he's going to be interesting in that position. But for example, I don't think he'll be able to do what, for example, Dembele is doing at PSG, or what or Griezmann does at Atletico Madrid, right? Or Benzema, right? So. And Rodrigo, I don't know if he has that vision to be that playmaker, to be that conductor. So that's why we need a right-sided winger with that profile, right? Whether it's this kid or whether it's somebody else, that player needs to come in to bring that balance into that front line. Because I've said it many, many times, this front three, this current front three is not going to last one more season, in my opinion. But hey, maybe Alonso can work his magic and he can somehow find these three to click. But yeah, so this kid coming in, we're going to see, I guess, in the next few days, a week or so. We'll see if he is going to be one of the players that is going to be gelled into this team and to start helping us to work more cohesively, more balanced, right? Because he looks like a player, man. Free kicks, solid. Dribbling, solid. Vision, solid. Passing, solid. So all this kind of stuff. So more talent coming into Madrid. And we don't just need more talent. We need the right talent that's for the specific profiles that we need right now. You know, we now have Endrick, we have Guler, you know, we have Asensio, we have a Carvajal. We have so many examples of Madrid finding a gem in the markets and then bringing them in, developing them, whether that's in-house or that's sending them out to loan and then coming back and eventually being elite players for Real Madrid, right? So let's see where this kid goes. But I think this is the profile that we do need and we do require. So I'm happy that they're going after it, because I think over the last few years, Madrid have kind of fallen array in terms of like the player profile that they get, because I feel like they've actually got the same kind of player, and I think that's been part of the issue of the with the lack of cohesionness within this group, right? So example, Vinny, Mbappe, similar kind of profile, and along with Rodrigo as well. And then you have Valverde and Bellingham, I think are also same kind of profile in terms of like box-to-box midfielders. That's how I see both of them. So now we're actually it seems like they're actually identifying the areas that are needed, the type of profiles that are needed for this team, right? So Rodrigo for me has been an amazing player for Real Madrid, and we've seen him develop an amazing. I remember the first time when he came with him and Vinny, and comparing the two in their development was quite interesting. At the early stages, you could see Rodrigo is more clinical, a better dribbler, and that's still evident today, right? But then Rodrigo, one thing that I remember when he was here in the very beginning was he had like no strength, whatever. He will get past a player, but then as soon as that player comes back and just pushes him off, he will just fall off the ball so easy. And then there was that one summer he came back, I think it was after an injury possibly, and his head beefed up, you know, and then eventually now he could actually hold players off, and then now we see how he is now, right? So he's developed quite well, quite amazing, into a great player for Real Madrid over the years. helping us win Champions League, helping us win La Ligas, and being one of the best players in the world, right? But the thing is, Madrid made a mistake, or not even a mistake. They did what they did. They got Mbappe, and now we have three players who are very similar in profile. They're both dribblers. They're all dribblers. They all want to go past players, and we don't have that conductor, that connector, that playmaker in that front line, right? Like we did, for example, with Benzema back in the days with Ronaldo, Benzema, and Bale, or for example, what you see at PSG. At PSG, you see Dembele playing that connector role, right? That conductor, that playmaker, right? So he shifted his game to accommodate this front line, to accommodate this team, right? And now that's where you see that cohesiveness. So if we look at our front three, out of those players, I expected this season that Rodrigo would adapt and play that playmaker role, because that's what we needed with his technical ability, with his gift on the ball. That's the style of play that I wanted him to fit into, right? To be Griezmann-esque, to be that visionary, right? But he didn't do that. And then now we have players who just wanted to ball to feet, head down, and dribble past players. And now there wasn't that cohesiveness. So we need somebody like Mastantuono, and it's going to take time for him to develop and everything. But whoever Madrid end up getting with that profile is going to be very, very helpful for the team, because it's now going to give that balance to something that is a little bit disjointed at the moment, right? And all right, guys, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave some comments and let me know your opinions on Mastantuono, on Rodrigo, if Rodrigo should go. If Mastantuono coming in means Rodrigo goes.